things are going to start moving very quickly now, which might sound strange because to you, things haven't been moving at all. But I'm back from where? You don't need to know. You don't get to know. Actually, I don't have time to tell you. It's a very long story. Movie stuff. I thought I'd be gone a week. I wasn't. I didn't plan for that. But much like most things this year, plans haven't quite gone as they should have. And I'm here to tell you about another plan. I've got another one. Man, it is an actual long story of what I was doing and where I was where I was. Do I seem different? Because I feel different. I feel great. It was wonderful and terrible at the same time. Really long story. Lots of highs, lots of lows, lots of movie stuff. So on October 18th, Edge of Sleep is coming out. I'm not going to bury the lead on this one. That is what it is. And that's all part of the plan. Where? You don't get to know. Actually, you probably would like to know, but I can't tell you for some reason. I don't know why. We're legally not allowed to say where it's coming out until the day it comes out. I don't know. There was always this plan from the very beginning. It's like, hey, you're a YouTuber, right? You have an audience. Oh, man, this seems like a natural fit. Do a show, your audience will watch it. Bingo bongo, everything will be fine. Plans never go that way, apparently. Even though they would go that way. Like, they would go that way. It's clearly, it would have gone that way. You guys have proven yourself over and over again that it would go that way. If I say, hey, there's this thing, you actually exist. For some people out there, they seem to think that creators don't have an audience. And I'm sure for some, they don't. It's all made up numbers and stuff like that. But Edge of Sleep is actually coming out. And on whatever mystery platform it's coming out on, a challenge was put forward to me. If Edge of Sleep can get into the top 10, then that can open doors. What that means, I don't know. Open doors. That doesn't sound like anything concrete, but, you know, I've opened a lot of doors in my life and I don't have any problem with opening more. Because the doors that is going to open are going to open for Iron Lung, which is something that I have been working on for way too long. I was in a warehouse that was no air conditioning in the middle of Texas, not summer, of fall. And I was dying. It was so hot. It was so unbelievably hot. And I was working on it for a month by myself in a warehouse for a month in the heat. And I loved it. I loved every part of it. And there were some terrible days and I hated it. I did both, you know. I've put everything I have into this and it's given me like so much. I've learned so much making it and I've grown as a person and as a creator. I've grown, which is the only thing I've ever wanted ever since I started doing this. I've only ever wanted to improve what I can do, or at least even know that I could do something in the first place. You know, that was why I started YouTube, was because I didn't feel like I had any control over my life. And if I didn't do something for myself, then I didn't know who I was going to be. And so now here I am, however many years later, and I actually can do these things. And I did. Not just by myself. I was alone in a warehouse for a month trying to make it better, you know, trying to improve it, because the reason why it's taken so long is such a long story. It would take much longer than we have to tell it. And it's, you know, it's not pertinent to specifically the plan. So I'll leave it at that for now, and I will tell that story at a later date. But I just want you to see it. I want you to have the chance to see it and see it right, you know. I want to prove to myself, not to anyone else, really. I don't care what anyone else thinks. No one's a worse critic than myself, especially when I am alone in a warehouse at 11 o'clock and I have forgotten to eat. And then by the time I try to order some food, all the places are closed. So I got to go drive and get Taco Bell again, which is not bad. I don't mind it, but it's just like every day it's not going to be good for my health. So I feel greasy amongst all the sweat. Anyway, not important. What is important is that I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. And I know I'm probably, you know, I'm being too open about. I'm often too open about a lot of things, but I'm asking you directly about this because no one's going to care if we're trying to game the system and get it into the top 10. I just want you to watch it. I just want you to enjoy it. But there was a challenge put in front of me. There was a plan that was made. And you know what I said to him? And this is, again, a little too open and honest. When I heard that I needed to get it into the top 10, I said, truly honestly, I said, only the top 10? And I shouldn't have said that because, you know, I don't want to move the goalposts when something seems a little easier than it should be. But I know what you can do. And I know what you've done before. And all I had to do was be naked for this. But all I'm doing right now is working my ass off to make the best movie I possibly can because I want to. I've never wanted anything more. I don't care about it being successful. I've just wanted to make this what it should be. And what's crazy is I already know the next thing that I want to do. I always do. Like, I always do. I know what I want to make next before the current one's even done because I want to take all the lessons that I've learned and apply it to something bigger and then put more challenges in front of myself so that I can push myself to try to learn something. And that's kind of the self-defeating cycle that'll catch up to me someday, but it hasn't caught me yet because I keep kicking open these doors that keep allowing me more room to run. And so, yeah, that's the plan. Did you get a plan out of that? I don't know if that was very clear. The plan is Edge of Sleep is coming out on the 18th of October in exactly 18 days, depending on when this video is posted. But from when I recorded it, and I'm just going to edit and put it up right away afterwards, it's coming out on a mystery website that I'll tell you when it comes out then and there. All you got to do is watch it, enjoy it, get it in the top 10. That's it. That really is it. Just the 10th spot, not number 1. We don't have to dethrone Joe Rogan. I don't know, man, it's going to be like 9 other of the most incredible award-winning shows are going to boom, boom, boom on that day. I know that's what's going to happen, but I'm asking, drop whatever you're doing that day. Just put it on. Enjoy it. Watch it. Re-watch it. Stuff through it. Not because it's bad. It's kind of a depressing story. If you've listened to the podcast, you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, check it out. I guess if you discover where it is beforehand, that's perfectly fine. If you get a jump start on it, that's all good, as far as I know. Ask for forgiveness. Yeah, but enjoy it wherever it appears. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I am sorry for this departure. I have this weird thing where I can't shift into a different mindset while I'm in such a hyper-focused mindset on something else. When I have this panic in my soul that, like, I have to dedicate my entire being into something or else it will crumble to ash. Yeah, when I get that, I can't really do anything else. And so that's kind of what happened here. And then it gets to the point where I'm just like, man, I don't even know what I'd say. Especially if I'm in the middle of it, especially if I'm like, well, I can't come back for a bit. So I always wait until I'm actually back before I say anything at all because, you know, number 1, I can't concentrate on, and number 2, you know, I'd actually be back, but I am. So weird. Sorry, it's just really weird, all of this. It's pretty cool, though. Shockingly, I have more work to do. Turns out people don't like it when you turn your phone off for a few weeks and tell them to fuck off and don't bother me with bullshit I don't care about. It's just like, you know, I'll be jumping up and down from the rafters, just shaking people, being like, "Let me make something great for you." Not you guys. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. This is other people. Just someone in a, you know, a really fancy suit, just like, "Let me make you money! Let me make you money!" You know? October 18th, Edge of Sleep comes out. Watch it. Top 10. That's the goal. Top 10. You know? If it goes higher, that's even better. You know, it's kind of like a thing where it's like, if it's higher, it's any better. But the goal has only been set at top 10. So I think that we can conquer that pretty easily. So let's aim for that. And then wherever it lands in your fervor, that's good too. All right. And then after that, yeah, Iron Long. I can't wait for you to see that. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. Okay, anyway, thank you. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!